friends. I'm Nancy Brooker. I am an advanced EFT practitioner and a master life coach. Today, I want to talk to you about meal planning. Now, don't run away. I tell you, this saved my life. I started meal planning over 20 years ago, and I still to this day do it. I remember, when we first got married, my husband and I, and we'd call each other from work every day, and we'd be like, "What are we gonna have for dinner? I forgot to take something out," and we would end up having, I don't know, some processed thing already made that we bought. We were young, we didn't know any better, and so we started to get a little bit better, but then the kids came along, and three young kids in sports all over the place, some traveling to different cities, and it was crazy. And trying to get a good meal onto the table so that everyone could eat, it just became really hard and really, really stressful. So I know I tell people sometimes that I meal plan, and they say to me, "Oh my God, who's got time to meal plan?" And honestly, I think, oh, how do you have time not to meal plan? Because it takes a lot less time and so much less stress to think about these things ahead of time. Even if it's not done perfectly, even if it's just a general idea, it makes a huge difference. So many other benefits I found from it too. I would let me just tell you how I did my meal planning first of all. So what happened was I found this book. It was called Life's on Fire, Cooking for the Rushed, I think. This was like maybe 22, 24 years ago. And what I learned from this book, it was really cool because it was set up in weekly, it had like a week's worth of meals, and they sort of labeled them based on how rushed you were that night. So what you had to do was kind of think about, okay, well, what's going on that night? How much time do I have to make something? Do I need to cook something ahead of time? Or can I get something on the table that, in the amount of time that I have? So for us, we'd be rushing home from work, trying to get food on the table and trying to get out to a hockey game or to a basketball game or a soccer or baseball or whatever was going on that night. Or maybe there was nothing going on that night and we had time to just actually, really enjoy cooking and enjoy eating a nice meal. So here's what I did. I would make my calendar, for the week. I would just write down the words Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then I would write on there what time we had to be out the door. And if we didn't have to be out the door, I wouldn't write anything. So I would know the nights I had to be out the door, I would pick recipes that I could make in under, say 20 to 30 minutes. And I would start to even sort of label my recipes. I know I was getting a little bit anal. Just so that I would know which ones I could use, and I would just reuse them, honestly. So I would fill it in. Okay, here's what we're having Sunday. Here's what we're having Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and it never stayed that way. But at least I had something planned. Then I would do a grocery list so we could get our groceries up front, and I wouldn't be running back and forth to the grocery store during the week. So we started saving money on groceries and time on not having to go back and forth all the time. So that was really helpful. I started having the kids rate the meals. So they had a say in what we were eating. So if they liked something and they gave it, like, I can't remember what we used when they were little. I think we said 7 and up. We would keep it. If it was under that, they had to eat it that night, but then they didn't have to eat it again. We wouldn't make it again. And so what I ended up with is, kids that are not picky eaters at all, which is fantastic. They would eat almost anything that we made. And even better, for those of you who have, high school students, if you meal plan, you leave the planner on the fridge, and you can start assigning dinners so that your kids can start making dinner for you. Now that worked out great for us. Because everybody was chipping in and everybody was contributing to making the meals. And not only that, but it was a great life skill for the kids to learn. So they're all pretty good cooks today, just from having done that throughout the years. So I'm not even sure, did I miss anything? There were so many things I wanted to tell you. the bottom line is, you know, it saves time, it saves money. So saves time, saves stress. You're not worried every day. What are we going to have for dinner? Oh my God, we have to get out the door. I don't, we're going to have to stop at McDonald's or whatever. Um, you know, and when you're less stressed, you're calmer, and of course, better able to show up for your kids, and to model that for them, which is really important. And when you're hungry and dinner's not on the table yet, it's really easy to lose your temper. It's really easy for the kids to get, um, you know, what is it called? Hangry. Everybody gets hangry, and we don't want that. So no hangry people in our house. No picky eaters. Our kids can all cook. Um, we're eating nutritious meals, and we're not running to the grocery store all the time. And I don't know, I just think meal planning is the cat's meow. It really helps you, on today, especially on Food is Medicine Day, um, just to make sure that you're getting nutritious meals onto the table as best you can, because life happens and we know nothing is ever going to stick to a schedule. But even just giving a little bit of thought to what's going on for that week and the types of things that you might be cooking during the week to make sure that you're getting, your vegetables and some good proteins, some healthy fats, some, complex carbs, whatever it is that you're going for, getting everything on the table for your family and for you. Um, so I hope that was helpful for you. That's 20 plus years later I've been doing this, and I would not change a thing. It has been a godsend for me. So I hope you find that useful and that you will try it. All right, take care.